My name is Mark Harris. Everybody knows me by Trey, TRE or TR3. I have, technically I've been an artist for all my life, but I just started back as of November 2007, actually here at the Culture Mart for the most part. Back in my early years, I guess you could say, I did go to school and whatnot. I did not graduate. I went to school at Colorado Institute of Art. However, it was for graphic design, which for the most part, I mean, I do a little bit, but I mostly paint everything by hand. I don't know. And sometimes, some cases, I will mix it up both ways. However, I do a lot of acrylics I've painted with, a little bit of spray paint, Indian ink, pencil, charcoal. I do like oils and watercolors. It's just a medium that I have not touched base with yet. So this painting here, this is myself and a gentleman by the name of Herbert Freeman, who is actually a homeless artist here in Orlando. He's been in the downtown area, I believe, for like 20 or 30 some odd years now. And we did this painting together about, I want to say about 4.5 months ago or so. Originally, this was on a foam board that he found because he just paints on whatever is in his reach, basically. So, and this one he actually got from a friend, and originally had a different painting on top of it. And you know, I was like, hey, let's do a collaboration together. So I actually did all the background paint, all the splatter and whatnot, and then he drew on top of it. And then I went around the borders with my patterns that I do. And speaking of which, the patterns are, I guess you could say, like my own version of like hieroglyphics. It's a mixture of a little bit of everything from fractions to like how people write in their own style, as far as like Arabic, Hebrew, things like that. Graffiti as well. And then usually, in some cases, this will be like my signature, which is the number 3. It's my own version of a number 3, but it's a mix of Old English and calligraphy. So that's where that comes from. But I do hand sign my paintings as well. A lot of our paintings that we do, whether it's individually or together as a group, in some cases we just do them. This particular one, there's not that much meaning to it. What I can tell you is with the woman, Freeman, this is, I believe, either one of his relatives or his mom, because he usually always paints the same woman over and over. There are different looks that he'll give to her. Like sometimes her eye will be closed, sometimes her hair will be all over. He always does these different outfits, almost something like maybe you would see in like Egypt or Rome or whatnot. But there's not that much meaning to the painting, and plus I think to the person who you know, enjoys it, there's probably more meaning that person could say than the artist that actually created it. Again, he does a lot of different looks when he creates women or men, or even the silhouettes of humans. When I saw it, to me, it reminded me of what you see on a lot of the Catholic churches, particularly, I guess, maybe Greek Orthodox, still not that good of a religion. But I pick out that particularly because if you go down the street here, there's a couple of images on their doors that looked almost just like this. And which is one of the reasons why I actually wanted to do a painting with him, because he had been doing this particular style, which I had never seen. Usually when he does his women, usually the hair is always showing in most cases, and they usually just have some form of an outfit on. And this particular one, it completely reminded me of one of the religious images that I see on churches a lot. And this particular like halo, if you want to call it that, I think he just did it because that's what he was feeling at the moment. So, and then the circles, something about the cycle of life. I just know it's something about, it's the continuing cycle of life, and that's why he does a lot of the circles on a lot of his pieces that he usually does. So, and as far as what I did, it's kind of one of my signatures. Usually when I do my borders like this, you can look at it from like another dimension per se. You know, you're looking at, you know, a window that's leading out to somewhere else. So I usually have a tendency to do that with my borders particularly. And I did it differently this time. It's all kind of like, it seems to be like it's scratched up in certain areas, but it's not. I just stopped to just give it kind of a different effect. I think mainly probably because of Freeman. When you see him and when you see his work and when you talk to him, like he's such a good person that it doesn't make sense why he's in the condition that he's in. So I think I might have left it a little bit torn like that because that's how I kind of viewed Freeman for the most part. And the frame itself, he actually picked out, and I like it because it has almost, you know, like that look that you would see in something like a museum. You know, kind of gives it a, I don't know, I feel like a richer look. Even though it is kind of worn down here on some of the edges and whatnot, but it's still like something to cherish. So, and then also with the patterns, it matched up with some of his circles as well as my designs, which is another reason why I love the frame itself. This is one of my pieces. Thank you again for joining us at Diversity of Urban Art. Come back and see us again. Peace.